Hi guys, Crash 50 here. I want to talk to you today about an issue I ran into with my Sig Sauer P320. The firearm has functioned well for me. I have about 1,000 rounds through it and ran into an issue when I was taking it apart to clean it, and I want to show you what that is. Before we go too far, I just want to make sure the firearm is clear. So we're going to lock the slide to the rear, check our chamber, nothing in the chamber. Magazine well is empty, and now we can let the slide go forward and give it a good trigger press. And sounds like the trigger is doing what it should do. The firing pin sounded like it went forward. We'll cycle it one more time. Seems like it's functioning the way it was designed to function. The problem I have is that spring right there came out when I was cleaning it. So let's zoom in so you can see exactly what that is. That spring is the safety lever spring, which is supposed to ride underneath the safety lever on a pin. That is a fully captured spring. That spring isn't supposed to be a split spring. It rides on that pin. So the only way I can see you can get that spring out is to remove the pin, which I haven't done, and the firearm has functioned properly. So I have to question what the intent is of that spring. If the firearm is going to function without it, why does it need to be in the firearm? If it's supposed to prevent the firearm from discharging, if it's dropped, how did it work itself out? So I'll show you where it's supposed to be. We'll take the firearm apart. Again, firearm is clear, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the magazine well. We're going to let the slide go forward, remove the slide, take the takedown pin out, and then you'll see the entire frame assembly comes right out. That safety lever spring is supposed to sit right there underneath that safety lever. You can see that it moves back and forth freely with no spring tension in it at all. That's because that spring is out. I contacted Sig about this issue, and the gentleman I spoke with on the phone said, yeah, it happens. So I questioned him and said, well, why did it happen? It shouldn't happen. He had no answer, but ended up reaching out to Sig on their Facebook page, got an answer, and they said they were going to review that call, and they were also going to send me a label to get this firearm shipped back to the factory so they could get it fully inspected. That was 2 weeks ago. I'm still waiting on the inspection, or waiting on the shipping label. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. In the interim, I want you guys to know about this issue. I don't know if it's going to present a safety issue. Don't know if Sig's going to maybe do a recall or just post a notice, but you need to be aware of it. That spring either worked itself out, which would be a design problem from my perspective, or it was never installed properly, which would be a quality control issue, which is a whole nother problem. Another thing that I've found, this little pin comes out real easy. So when you're taking your frame assembly apart, if you do that, the trigger stop pin does come out easily. Don't know if that's by design or if maybe the hole is just a little too big for that pin, which is why it comes out, but something to be aware of as well. Again, I'm hoping Sig is going to address this issue and let me know if that's a real problem, and hopefully they will get it corrected. In the meantime, be safe. If you own a 320 and that spring is missing, just inspect it, see if that spring is under there, if that lever moves without any tension on it. Get your firearm to a qualified gunsmith, or contact Sig and get the firearm shipped back to them for inspection and repair if necessary. Remember the 4 basic rules of gun safety. Always treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on your target. Never let your muzzle cover anything you're not prepared to destroy. And be sure of your target and what's behind it. Thanks everybody. I'm Crash 50. Make it a great day.